Hello, this message is for someone who's very skilled, very knowledgeable in a particular topic, in a particular area. And there's someone who, on a day to day basis, deals with people that are less skilled than them. This could easily be at work, but this could also be in a domestic situation or amongst friends where you're surrounded by people that technically know a lot less than you do on this subject, but they are listened to more than you are on this subject. Okay, so there are people who are getting more respect than you are on a particular topic, and yet you're more knowledgeable. And what I'm getting is something about group plans going according to these people's knowledge or expertise, but you have a higher expertise and you're more knowledgeable on this, so you would be able to come up with better plans, or you would have contributions to the plans that could be very meaningful. But I'm getting something like people are not asking you, and they're not taking whatever you happen to say here and there very seriously. You're getting sort of bulldozed easily. Like if you start saying your opinion on this subject, people will quickly sort of shut you down with their take, and you sort of back down, even though what I'm hearing is that you are the most knowledgeable person in this group on this subject. You have the most experience and the most expertise, and you are the most qualified to actually make these calls, and everybody should be listening to you. So what's happening here too, I'm seeing, is you do a lot of silent contributions to this group. I don't know, it could be a family, it could be a business, again, it could be a number of scenarios, it could be a friend group, but basically behind the scenes or in a sort of quiet, discreet way, you carry the weight of these relationships, of the events that happen. I'm getting something about when things need to be organized. You do a lot of the groundwork and difficult little things and details. You pay a lot of attention to detail, and you take care of a lot of little things that other people take a lot of advantage of and benefit a lot from, but they don't necessarily acknowledge or appreciate a ton. Okay, so what I'm getting is you have been consistently and for a while undervalued and unappreciated and taken for granted in this group. But it's not just you, it's also your expertise, which I keep getting is huge. Like you're so wise, and everything could go better for this group if they listened to you more and they gave you more credit, and they notice all the things that you bring to the table and all the ways in which you benefit their life. So here's what you need to do if this message resonates and you feel sort of helpless and powerless and like at a loss of what to do. You need to do two things. I'm getting two specific messages. One, you need to be more discerning with how you share and give to others. So say you guys are organizing something and you usually take care of a lot of details that go unnoticed, but are very, very important to things turning out well and going smoothly. Maybe you don't do those things and see what happens, and maybe then you can bring to their attention, oh, I usually do that, but you know what, didn't feel like it was very much appreciated, so I decided not to do it this time. And just wait to see how everyone reacts. Don't be petty, just be calm. I'm just doing right by me. Thought I could let you guys notice what it's like when I don't do things. Then you will see who is a good person and didn't mean to do that, and to take you for granted, and it was just happening, and who is sort of more toxic taker and was benefiting from that kind of dynamic and would prefer to maintain a situation in which you continue to contribute without being appreciated or even acknowledging yourself how much your contribution matters. Okay, so you will then see that. Okay, the second thing, and you should act accordingly. That's what I'm getting. Like, you should do this also so you know where people stand and you can act accordingly and contribute to those who deserve it and who are reciprocal and appreciative of you, and not those who are just trying to use you and take advantage of you while they keep your self-esteem down by not acknowledging you, basically, okay, or appreciating you. Okay, so that's the first thing. And the second thing you need to do if you're in this situation, which might be easier for you because I'm getting that what I just suggested might be a tall order for you because you're just so nice and giving and sweet and so averse to confrontation, that you might have trouble standing up to yourself to that level of simply withholding action and calling attention to it. Like, it might be too much for you initially. So maybe the first thing you should do is start acknowledging to yourself every contribution and your true expertise and knowledge that you have that you don't always speak on. Okay, so say that this group you're involved in is coming up with a plan, and you have some kind of pivotal information that would make the plan a lot better. Maybe you don't feel confident to speak up, but maybe write it down and be like, this is a good idea and this could really help. And, maybe try and tell someone, okay? But you need to start acknowledging yourself and start acknowledging how much you bring to the table. And if you're able to stand up and be like, hey guys, I actually have a really good idea, but I need you to be respectful of me and give it a chance, Like, you need to assert yourself more and let these people know that you don't feel appreciated, and like you don't feel like your contribution is being acknowledged, and that you have a lot more to give, but you're being, bulldozed, basically. So these are your options. I'm also getting that if this doesn't work out for you, asserting yourself, you may eventually just naturally gravitate away from this group, unless it's your family, in which case, it's going to be an ongoing challenge. But say it's a work situation, if you don't really deal with this, what's going to happen is you're eventually going to navigate away from this into a different environment. So that's what I'm getting. I hope it was helpful somehow. Okay.